Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Eric.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Do you think that we have boring names?
Jeff and Eric.
By the way, we've been to Shake Shack and they've asked how I want my name spelled, and I'm like, it doesn't matter, you're giving me a buzzer. But they've spelled it E-R-I-C-K. They spelled it E-R-I-C, which is how I spell it, E-R-I-K.
Yeah, they need to do like E-R-I-Q.
Or E-I-Q-U-E.
Yeah, Eric LaSalle or, yeah.
Whatever. Do we have boring names? Eric and Jeff.
Eric and Jeff are fairly boring. I mean, like, it's not
we
like...
don't have nicknames.
It's not like George and Carl.
We don't have, like... We're not Bun B. We're not Freeway. We're not Mano. We're not Lil John. Like, you can't even shorten our names to make them more interesting.
Lil John is a pretty boring name, though.
Well, we've never had nicknames.
Right.
Like, maybe in camp when I was in 5th grade, a counselor called me Ragarm Rosenthal. It never took. And Mom and Dad, when I was really young, called me Rice-A-Roni. Mm-hmm. Also, never took. In college, I was... maybe I was ER. Mm-hmm. Definitely at camp, ER. But it's nothing, right?
I had JR. I had J-Ro.
Just, things that don't stick. It's just... It's Eric and it's Jeff. And the reason I bring this up is because Jadakiss,
that's a good name.
Great name, has friends with great names. Their whole team.
Like every single one.
Ice Pick.
Mm-hmm.
Kiwi. Right.
Mike L with the eye patch.
Which is a legendary name. Poobs.
Mm-hmm.
Richie Thumbs.
Richie Thumbs is an amazing name. Sounds like a 1960s gangster from Long Island.
So today... obviously, is one of our Two Jews and Two Black Dudes Review the Movies, which is our film podcast that we do with Sheek and Styles of the Locks. And on occasion, Jadakiss comes through. So should we rename it Two Jews and Three Black Dudes Review the Movies, or
Two Jews and Two Black Dudes and another black dude review the movies?
Right. Whatever we call it. It's Two Jews, Two Black Dudes Review the Movies. Obviously, for any returning listeners, you understand that we rate these movies on a scale of 1 to 10 Richie Thumbs. And that comes from Jadakiss maybe 3 years ago on the podcast telling us that he has a friend named Richie Thumbs, and we just couldn't believe that these things really exist outside of Goodfellas, right? Or any of those movies. Richie Thumbs has been a legend to us, and when we got to know Styles and Sheek very well, and we dropped that name, they were like, how do you know Thumbs, and all this stuff. So when we finally did this podcast, we're like, cool, let's have this rating system. Instead of 2 thumbs up, it's
however many Richie Thumbs.
A lot of Richie Thumbs. And it's always funny. It's always funny to talk about the guy.
And by the way, we know nothing about him.
Don't know anything about him.
We don't know what he looks like.
No.
We don't know how tall he is. We don't know what he does for a living.
We don't know his real last name.
We don't even know.
Maybe it is Thumbs.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Richie Thumbs. So we don't know anything about the guy. So yesterday we're on a group text with all 3 members of the Locks. And it's, by the way, as fun as you imagine it to be.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday I was asking if any of the Locks have actually eaten Locks.
Great question.
The answer was no from Jadakiss.
Right.
Styles said yes.
Right.
And Sheek, I guarantee, has not.
And by the way, we do memes, we do screenshots, we crack a lot of jokes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a group text. It's like,
with the Locks.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They were like, hey, come through to our barbecue. We're having it up in the Bronx at Van Cortlandt Park, in a couple hours. So we show up there. And we're hanging out. We're saying hi to all the guys and the girls up there. And by the way, we brought our brother Dan up there, which was awesome for us because the Locks had never met Dan before. And he was the first person, not Jeff or myself, who they walked up to say hi to.
Well, which is funny because I don't even think they saw us at that point. And so there was just this random guy who looks like us just standing there.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So as we're saying our goodbyes, we're going to get out of there. Jadakiss is like, wait, you haven't met Thumbs. And then he's like, yo, Thumbs! And this dude walks over, and Jadakiss grabs this guy's hands and brings them right up to eye level and goes, look at these fucking thumbs! And we're like, now, here's where... Like, we weren't gawking at the guy like he's a fucking...
a freak show.
A freak show.
We wanted to, explain who we were and treat him like a human being.
Yeah, Jada was like, this is Eric and this is Jeff, and they're from ItsTheReal, and I was telling you about them. And he was like, okay. And then, look, I was like, trying to give some more context. I was like, we've known Jada for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, breathless.
And we've done this, and I'm trying to give him the elevator pitch, and he's just sort of staring at me.
Yeah, well, you kept calling him a legend.
I did. He is a legend. His thumbs are legendary. And I tried to explain that we have this podcast that we do called The Waste of Time with It's the Real. And on the side, we have this podcast that we do with the guys, and it's called Two Jews and Two Black Dudes Review the Movies.
And he's
lost.
None of this.
Lost. His eyes are glazing over.
His thumbs were glazing over.
He just goes, "Thank you."
Yeah.
I was like, we have a whole scale dedicated to you. He's just like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's gotta be like the weirdest thing is like two guys who you don't know are fetishizing your giant thumbs.
It was crazy.
Anyway.
But he's a legend, and he has a great name. The greatest name of all time. And even though we don't, by the way, I would like to say that all of the nicknames that we've come up with, our AKA nicknames, are on our T-shirts that are at itsthereal.com/shop right now. The purple ones have been selling like crazy. The black ones have begun to sell just as fast. And by the way, each package we send out includes a personalized AKA for you and a handwritten note from Eric and Jeff.
Yeah, just boring names.
Two boring guys. Jeff, on the podcast today.
On the podcast today, the two Jews and two black dudes
and Jadakiss
who review the movies are reviewing Trading Places.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy. Dan Akroyd.
Yep.
And Jamie Lee Curtis. You've seen the movie, guys. You know what it's about. But it's time to get into these unbelievable stories that come out of this experience of watching the movie with two Jews and two black dudes. Jeff, when do you want to get into this?
Right after I say that after you listen to this episode, you can always listen to our other episodes with the two Jews and two black dudes review the movies. We have reviewed movies like Black Panther. Mm-hmm. We have reviewed movies like Coco. Mm-hmm. And we have also run down our personal Netflix recommendations.
Right.
I forget what all of those numbers are, but they are, if you scroll down far enough, they're there.
Okay, great. Two Jews, two black dudes, review the movies. Jeff, when do you want to get into this?
Right now.
Yo, what up? It's Eric, a.k.a. Uncle Luggage, a.k.a. Murder Was the Case.
Yo, what up? It's Jeff, a.k.a. Gucci Flip Flops, a.k.a. The Dapper Dan Situation.
Yo, what up? It's Styles P, a.k.a. I don't even know what to say after Jeff just said that fly shit.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Donnie G, the Donald going to the gorilla-ness.
Yeah. Yo, wait, we have a special guest?
What's up?
Boy Jadakiss, a.k.a. Morgan Freeman of the Morehouse.
Yeah, this is two Jews and two black dudes review the movie. Yo, so first of all, I just want to catch the people up because the last episode that we put up with Coco got such an amazing response, especially from Jadakiss, who went on our Instagram and was like, yo, you forgot to tell the people that I was here, but here was the big issue.
He wasn't actually here.
You weren't actually here, Jada.
Yeah.
Jada promised to talk on this episode, but the other thing was that when Sheek put up his picture on Instagram, people were like, yo, why do you gotta say, like, you know, they're two Jews and you're two black dudes? It's just like,
they don't know that yet? They don't know that? Oh. Yo, you know, I ain't even see that. I ain't even read the stuff, but that's what it is, man.
We really are two Jews and two black dudes.
What's wrong with reality?
What
is wrong with reality?
A lot.
So much so. But today we watched one of all of our favorite movies, Trading
World
Places.
premiere. Yes. We watched the world premiere.
Only, 25 years late, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But we should tell the people, Jeff, what does Wikipedia say about Trading Places?
Yeah, it is an upper crust executive, Louis Winthorpe III, Dan Aykroyd, and down-and-out hustler Billy Ray Valentine, Eddie Murphy, are the subjects of a bet by successful brokers Mortimer and Randolph Duke. An employee of the Dukes, Winthrop is framed by the brothers for a crime he didn't commit, with the siblings then installing the street-smart Valentine in his position.
Damn, when man, Winthrop, they tell it all. You ain't gotta watch the shit. They say all that?
All of that.
I mean, the shit been out since 83.
Yeah, true.
There's no spoilers about this.
Yeah, ain't no spoilers,
You just watched the movie.
Shit.
One guy you did not mention, by the way, was that it was produced by Aaron Russo,
who's from our town,
who is from Harrison.
What up, Aaron?
And I don't think we like him. But his son went to elementary school with us.
Yeah, why don't we like him?
I think his politics are all weird. But I think he's not a good guy.
Wasn't he the guy that was like with Goldie Hawn?
No, he was with Bette Midler.
Oh, Bette Midler.
Bette Midler.
Yeah.
But
Bette Midler raises?
No. I think this dude has some like weird political leanings. I don't think there's any
You don't want to
blackface.
get into that. I got
Yeah, listen, we're trying to get money for this podcast.
Got you.
Shouts to our good guy,
Oh, shit.
Aaron Russo.
But I just remember about Aaron Russo's kid that he had like. Remember when Anthony Mason shaved things into his head?
To Renee Russo?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
I mean, unless you're thinking like cosmically, are all of us related?
Renee Russo's mob wives?
No, Renee Russo's the actress.
The actress.
She's
There's
in
a
mob
Russo.
wives.
You watch Mob Wives too?
I guess,
Oh, my
yeah.
shit,
Yo, I hope that this podcast just turns into us being like, wait, who is that?
Yeah.
What's the dumbest thing you guys ever had shaved into your head, like Anthony Mason style?
Nothing.
Never.
Just parts, regular parts and shit. Like regular half moons and regular like three stripe parts and
dumb
shit.
shit.
Nothing too crazy.
Did you get like the tiger curl?
Nah. Yeah, that's a half moon. We call it a half moon.
Yeah.
The tiger curl.
Call it a tiger curl? What the fuck is a tiger curl?
Yo, all I know is I saw.
Tiger curl.
The tiger curl.
All it look like, wait, what the fuck is
Yeah, we call it a half moon.
Yo, all I know is I saw Omarion with that, and I was just like, that
Like,
is
nah,
not.
it's not
half
Omarion's a
moon.
trendsetter,
the-
Jeff.
His was it looped around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, not
That was not a half
Never.
moon.
and shit.
Lord Finesse was the originator of the half moon.
The half moon
And
word.
Omarion was the originator of the tiger curl.
Styles, you said that you ran into Chevy Chase,
Yeah, I met Chevy Chase years
That'd have
ago.
been-
who has
Dope.
nothing to do with this movie, but you did run into.
but I was actually talking about Dan Akroyd with Chevy Chase, and he told me that Dan Akroyd. I was in a studio session in Mamaroneck. I was high as shit. I'm walking by. This guy looks just like Chevy Chase, but he's all white. He got all white hair, white beard, glasses, and I'm looking. I'm like, yo, no disrespect, because he's like so cool and chilling. I'm like, you look just like Chevy Chase. He's like, I would hope so. I am Chevy Chase, and he just came in the session. Actually, he came in my session. He didn't smoke with me. I offered him smoke. I forgot who he told me he smoked with before. He said Dan Akroyd smokes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He called him Akroyd. He didn't even call him Akroyd. He called him Akroyd. He said Akroyd, he smokes. He said it just
shit.
like that. Then he
That's
said,
dope, bro.
I forgot who he said. I can't remember who he said he went to a concert with. And he said he got high. And he said he never wanted to get high again. He was too high. Like he was stuck.
Was it Snoop?
Nah, it was like some. It was like an old artist too, like Bob Marley or somebody like really that you
Was
didn't
it-
expect Chevy Chase to be with. Like, and I was
Was it
like,
Dan
word?
Akroyd in blackface?
No, it was Chevy Chase. Jeff. Fuck
No.
you. That's low, Jeff. I see.
That's
Eric
some
was
shit,
the one
man.
who stood. No wonder you got
Nigga,
into
that's
other
yo
shit first.
Chevy Chase. That's caddy shot. You know how they be
Yeah.
like, yo, Luch, you'll walk past
Flex.
Jordan if you know, like
Yeah.
you'll walk past Jordan. Like you'd be surprised who I would know. Chevy Chase
Yeah.
and all them kind of.
Yeah.
Nelson, the Naked Gun dude, rest in peace. But like certain people, like, oh shit.
Word,
That's-
man.
Chevy
Jeff
Chase
Fletch.
with a beard.
Even
Yeah, he was
Belushi in this
all
movie,
white
like he
in
had a little
Mamaroneck.
part,
But he was so
classic.
cool. He came into my session. He came into the room. He sat on the piano. He just started playing the piano. He was chopping it up, telling me about how it was like incredible. It was
What percentage is the chance that maybe this was never Chevy Chase?
Just some
like
white
it
dude?
was Chevy
Yeah.
Chase. It was all the way Chevy Chase because he went in the thing. He actually was recording. He had a session.
Really?
That was the studio he recorded at. He did piano
Mamaroneck.
sessions.
Yeah, why
in
the fuck was he
Mamaroneck.
Mamaroneck?
This is crazy.
They had a dope studio over there.
Is it like fucking exotic?
Wait, why are
boat
you guys
yacht
recording
shit?
in Mamaroneck?
Yo, we do exotic shit too.
It's
You
a dope-
fucking,
it's a dope studio over there.
you know what, Jeff?
Real nice. By the boats and all that.
You're a biased son of a
Shout out
bitch,
to
man.
Chop.
Yo, shout out to Mamaroneck. They got the lemon tree over
Yeah,
there
yeah,
right by
yeah,
the train
Mamaroneck.
station.
I know about fucking lemon tree. I don't go there. I passed
But
by
it ain't that
the lemon
strip, yo.
tree.
But it ain't the strip where you think all the bars and all that.
Yeah,
it's some
yeah,
other
not
shit.
there.
It's
the other
by the
one.
boats,
It's
by the
Post Road.
marina.
Is
Okay.
that Post Road when you go to the
Yeah,
end
yeah.
of Mamaroneck?
For sure.
Yeah, it was Post Road.
Yo,
right?
shouts to the Duck
You remember
Inn right on Post
You
Road.
know where it
Duck
was?
Inn.
You know the I think they closed this shit to the Chinese restaurant that been there like since the 70s.
Yeah.
Right next door to there.
Wow.
Like right next door.
They still got the Chinese though.
Nah, I think it's closed
That shit
recently.
was good, man.
It was alright. Yeah, I used to
shit
go
was
get
right.
there broccoli and rice.
I love that shit. Damn, man. I forgot.
Have you guys ever left a Yelp review?
Who?
Nah, I never did. I be wanting to sometimes.
I do
Swear to God, I be
receive,
wanting
I
to.
do receive marvelous Yelp reviews for Juices for Life.
And by the way, people should
That's
keep
what's
that up.
Yeah.
we like that.
keep-
We like
keep-
that a
keep
lot.
the
We-
good
we-
reviews.
Yelp
I
people
be
always
wanting to
call,
say
like, you
shit,
guys are
man.
Great.
I need like a dummy. I need like a
love you
dummy
guys.
thing. I gotta make up something so I can leave remarks and shit.
Oh, like a fake account for you.
Yeah, like when I want like where I ate at and certain shit like that.
You don't want people to know how you really feel outside of this
Nah, man,
podcast.
Yo, it's got to be
No.
like It's gotta be Sheek Luch of the Locks.
Yeah, right. Word.
That's not him.
Cheeseburger review.
All right, obviously, Billy Ray Valentine is
Capricorn, man. Sean David Jacobs, Libra. That's when I was telling them earlier. That's when, like, back then, with full force, and I'm gonna say, "Yo, this is Terrence, and I'm a Pisces." Like, yo, before they start doing their lyrics and shit, that was some dope shit, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right. Kids like, yo, niggas will name their whole first, middle, and last name and say what sign they was. Yo, I'm a Leo. Oh, this nigga just told me a Leo.
Yo.
Yeah, I love baby blue.
Considering the times back then, was this a story of a white man getting screwed or the black man being given a chance? Back then, what do you think people thought?
It was definitely a version of the black man being given a chance.
This is what they thought in 83.
In 83, yeah, you saw he was playing an ex-war veteran. I mean, rolling around on the ground. And they actually took somebody from out of Wall Street, heavily involved in the stock market, and made him live that life and put him in a big Park Hill brownstone with the maid and butlers and
He handled that shit well, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he had the knowledge already.
Like I kept it in the hood, though. Went right back to the Lennox Lounge somewhere. Free drinks.
But back then, does that mean that Randall and Mortimer were the heroes to people who made this movie?
No way.
No, they was assholes.
Never.
No,
They used them as
Right.
scapegoat villains.
They were the villains of the movie.
Are both of them villains?
Definitely.
Yeah,
You know
yo,
why?
he said, you think I'm gonna let a nigga?
That's
fucking,
why. That's why.
Like when it was all over, he said, you think I'm gonna let a nigga run
Run
my
the company?
Right.
Hell no.
That's why they found
Fucking
out. That's
hilarious.
why much many moons later, they was bums and coming to America. And
That's right.
they was
Who
on the
thought of
side.
that shit?
Yeah.
Who
Eddie.
thought- I
The
gotta
crossover?
pay
for
that
that.
was Eddie for that?
Had
Remember
to
that
be.
game?
Back.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Which one would you guys rather hang out with, Randall or Mortimer?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I want the fucking little grumpy skinny nigga. I want him all day long. Man, who's that? That's Randall?
That's Mortimer.
I want Mortimer all
He's the more evil
day.
of the two.
Him and Beaks for me.
Yo,
I can hang with him and Beaks, Mortimer and Beaks to the fucking. We could go to Apollo tonight with Big Mortimer and Beaks.
You might not. You might not get a shot with Mortimer though.
Oh, my God.
Randall was a crook, but he had more vision.
yeah.
And
He had
a heart of
yeah,
gold.
Yeah, better vision.
Yo, Beaks is underrated though.
Love
Yeah,
Beaks,
Beaks is
man. He
very
made that
much
movie
underrated.
to me, man.
What's your favorite Beaks line?
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Fuck off is the best.
Oh shit.
Yo, do you guys know who the Koch brothers are?
Nah.
In a hood.
No.
I know a lot of Koch brothers. Which
Who is that?
They're the guys who basically fund everything that's like all the conservative movements in the United States. So like they're the ones who like
Yeah,
get
it's Koch, but it's pronounced Coke. And
Oh, I've seen that before.
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
Koch.
No, it's Coke. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They're from the Midwest. We have a friend named Joe Mandy who's a comedian, right? And he made some Coke Boy shirts, but he spelled it Koch, which is you know
What they do? They fund everybody?
they fund all the
They
conservatives.
also like put like,
Shit.
but they also put their name on like the Lincoln Center stuff. Like
Oh,
they
shit.
put their name like
no,
everywhere.
but they're terrible people.
They're terrible
They're heavy-
people.
they're
But they
with
strike.
Trump.
They don't.
Yeah, they
they
fund-
don't like Trump, but
Really?
they do like
no, they
everything else.
conservative.
Conservative,
they
right.
Yeah.
Breitbart,
I'm guessing.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they put in money to like
Right.
basically like destroy everything you like about America, and because of that, that's how Trump rose.
conservative
Right.
is like
That
the
makes
upper.
sense, right.
Conservatives is the upper echelon
Yeah.
Republicans. The
So-
real shitty,
Right.
shithead Republicans.
So
are the
with that
Republicans.
said,
The Randall and Mortimers,
yeah,
if you will.
So if we think of like the Koch brothers as like Randall and Mortimer, do you guys think that there are real puppeteers out there like the Koch brothers who really can affect what happens?
hold on, you're asking
Definitely.
Oh yeah, that's happening every
Definitely.
fucking
these
day.
guys?
And
I need to know.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if that's how they want to spend their money. I mean, it could be vice versa too. Look at Oprah. Oprah, what better way for her to spend her money than help Barack win at the time? Come on now, she's a Koch sister. Yo, think about it, right? 'Cause she was. What better way for her to spend them billions to help do that shit? Think about it.
So do rich people just like play games like this?
Hell yeah.
They didn't make that movie for no
They
reason.
bored. They got billions and billions of dollars, and they doing shit like that.
You watch the
Word.
news, bro.
That's
You
why.
watch, you watch the news. 1% run the other 99%, which means what does that mean? The rich people run shit. The poor people don't, which means they are, in fact, without a question of a doubt, the puppet masters of the world.
Do you guys like this movie because it's white people being as racist as you think they are, but are afraid to be like that in everyday polite society?
For me personally, it was one of the first times I seen like that kind of racism put into that kind of humor, and I found it funny. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't even think when I watched it I thought so politically of it, and like, yo, what were they really trying to get at type shit. It was like, man, look how they went about this shit. Certain humor to me is like, it may be offensive to people, but me, I find certain shit funny as a motherfucker, man.
Well, you definitely love all that shit.
Yeah, I love it. I love it to death. Even when the butler, he was the driver, he was asking that, yo, so what's my play on this, man? You been real helpful, Jack. Like, yo, that the motherfucker wouldn't tell him shit. He wasn't losing his job, and like anybody watching at home would have said, yo, that nigga ain't losing his job, man. He ain't gonna tell you shit, bro.
Billy Ray is the hero. We can all agree. In this, right?
Winthrop too.
Because he flipped.
He's
Dan
the
Aykroyd.
co-hero.
Yeah.
He's a co-hero.
He's a co-hero. He's definitely.
He started
a hero.
off terrible.
I mean, he ain't started off terrible. He started off doing what he know. That's how he was raised. That's what he does. He's not terrible because he's not looking at the whole scale of it. As to where Randall and Mortimer know the whole scale, look at the whole scale and playing from a thing. Winthrop is just playing the game. He knows how he went to Harvard. That's his 9 to 5 every day. He's making the most money. He's on his shit. He don't like when he bumped
Shorty
into
was
him.
the first thought.
When he bumped,
Bitch was crazy. Yo, she was fucking tired the whole time.
Word,
Think
man.
about it. Cause Todd said
Word.
that bitch is fucking tired since the movie started. Swear to God.
Or the credits rolled.
Have you guys ever taken a dumb bet, like for no money?
Well, because the big bet here, each big bet was $1.
Yeah.
So a consequence bet, any type of bet that you guys made for no money.
Nah, I ain't really a gambler, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know. Nah.
I've bet push-ups on demand before. For something.
Probably basketball games and shit
Yeah,
like that.
I bet push-ups on demand.
Yeah.
And I've had to do it in a couple weird places before.
Weird places like...
I mean, when you're on demand, you're on demand. Like, you know what I mean? So that person can ask for 20 push-ups any given place, party line. I owe somebody. Yeah, I forgot who I owed 250.
Chevy Chase?
Yeah.
Nah, it definitely wasn't Chevy.
Chevy Chase.
I'd have told Chevy Chase, take that shit in blood. Fuck out of here, Chevy.
Yeah, so what? So like, no matter, say you got on all white and shit, and you gotta hit them shits.
Gotta hit him.
Yeah, right, man.
Yeah, that's what the on-demand bet is.
What
That's
was
what
the-
the on-demand bet is.
Who the fuck would make you do that shit?
What was
Puff
the
Daddy.
That nigga witty today, baby. He quick on it.
what was the low point for Winthrop? Was it when he put the gun to his head?
That prime rib.
Was it
That prime rib with the half beard in it. Chewing that shit on the bus was ill.
That flounder.
That flounder was wild.
It wasn't when-
teriyaki flounder.
It wasn't when he woke up in his own bed, thought it was a dream, and then realized that the co-conspirators was there?
Nah, the lowest part was when he tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
All
Definitely.
that had to be. Waking up is your high point if you woke up.
That's a bar.
Word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Keep quick today, right?
Talk about it, Jeff. I feel you today, baby.
Yeah.
Can you guys explain what the ending is? Like how exactly they screw over Randall and Mortimer?
They fuck their money up and win more money.
But what's the plan?
Fuck their money up. They knew Beeks was going to get the secret information
Right.
on a crop report before it dropped. So they, got Beeks beforehand, got the crop report, slid the Mortimer's the fake crop report. Boom. Went to the stock shit, right? Mm-hmm. Bang.
And
They
then
got
it-
right.
Went from the crap report to the rob report.
You know what I'm saying?
And let's be
Easy.
clear.
You fucking hit today, baby.
Let's be clear. Thank God that Eddie Murphy was named Billy Ray fucking went to his house and schooled him on all that shit, man.
No, this is where it all starts.
Word.
Thank God Billy Ray went to hit a joint in the bathroom.
Word.
Yo.
See?
Yeah.
No,
Because
I'm
if he
saying?
didn't have his feet
Power
up,
weed, baby.
Yeah, power weed, baby. You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? If he never went to go hit that joint in the bathroom, he would have never heard nothing.
Do you think that he was smoking good weed?
83, Wall Street, white
no,
dude.
in Philly. They were in Philly.
Yeah, but they got the weed from
That shit
Wall
had
Street.
100
They didn't have
seeds
no
in
weed
that
there.
fucking.
Yeah.
They brought the stockbrokers from there.
That shit was
got it from
popping
Wall
like a
Street.
motherfucker.
Nah, they had good
You
dirt.
worry about the smell. You put your earmuffs on. She was gonna pow.
there's a lot of like really nice wood interiors in this
Crazy.
movie.
Crazy.
Styles was very, very into that.
Very.
Yo, talk about how forward they were.
They had phones in the Bentleys, in the Roses. They had computers. They had phones. They had suicide doors.
Fireplace
They had
in
fireplaces 3 steps from the foyer. You know what I'm talking about? You
It's
know what
cold
I mean?
and warm at the
It's,
same
you know what
time.
I mean? Either or, you know what I mean? It was just crazy. Eddie Murphy was making it rain. There's nothing new. Nothing. He made it rain at the bar.
What's the nicest interior that you've ever seen?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of nice interiors,
it's
Jeff.
different now that we
In
don't
my
been
whole-
around.
in my
so much
lifetime,
stuff.
Jeff, I've seen a
You
nice-
asked
lot
us
of
when I
fucking
first
nice
watched that
interior.
shit. Could have been.
You mean in
Young
person or
moved in.
TV?
No, in
Could have
person.
been a hotel room somewhere. Like, yo. When I first seen that movie, it could have been the
you-
YMI room, the suite at the but now it's different.
Let me show you great
Nigga,
interior.
my
Because like
house.
I went to 9/11.
That's great interior.
That's a high grade interior. I went to a 9/11 memorial concert down by Wall Street that Cameron did, and it was all nice wood interiors, like leather bound books. It was a bunch of like white dudes. It was the weirdest night of my life.
Have you been to any private clubs like they have, where all like the portraits of like the all old white dudes on the walls?
I've been to a few of those.
The Masons,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, like the Masons.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
I've seen.
I
it.
haven't performed in none of those.
Yes, you have.
Yeah,
You was wide, didn't pay attention. We've been to a few of those.
one of them shits with all that shit going on.
Definitely have.
Sound like a museum kind of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Have you guys ever been Diners Club card members?
Who?
The Diners Club.
What the fuck is that?
How old are you guys?
I'm very old. I'm 56. I'm just saying you now. I'm very old. I'm proud to be this old.
43.
Yo, what's Diners Club? Like the Soho Club and all that shit?
No,
No, it was-
Diners
it
Club
was-
is like
It was one of the first like
credit cards.
Yeah.
And he has it in his wallet. You know, he's like, oh, you got American Express, you got MasterCard. He's like, you got Diners Club.
Hey, how
Are you
old, how
fucking
black
kidding
are
me?
we?
Yeah, we black.
Yeah, man,
I
know
know
how old we are,
fucking
how
Diners
black
Club.
are we? That's what you wanted to
Started
say.
getting money
Yo,
in
the nigga
the
wanted to say,
fucking
how
90s.
black
Yo,
are you
fuck
guys?
y'all too,
He
man.
switched it to how old are you?
Did y'all have Diners
How
Club?
black are you
Hell
guys?
no, we have fucking Diners. We just recently got Sam's Club. Diners Club? Is he fucking kidding me? I still don't even. I gotta go Google Diners Club.
Nigga recently got Sam's Club.
Word, Diners Club.
Yo,
Hell no.
Who's the one white man that you would trade places with?
Who could dance? Michael McDonald. Nah. Hold on. Let me see. That's a good fucking question. That's a great question. Who's the one white man I would trade places with?
Damn.
That's a hard fucking question.
Because then when you say the guy and shit,
Yeah, you got.
then you gotta do some research on that motherfucker. See if you know what I'm saying. Like,
See how white he is?
nah, like the shit he be into and the shit. You know,
Nah, we doing this one by one. We're gonna give y'all one. You're gonna give us one. We're gonna make fair trade here.
Okay.
I would say
damn. You know, probably Hugh Hefner.
Well, he's
dead.
Right now, you gotta be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today.
Alive?
Today.
That takes Tesla out.
Nikola Tesla.
That takes Tesla out.
Be alive right now.
Hold on. Alive right now?
Yeah, alive now.
Could Tesla dance?
That's what I'm saying. Cause like, yo, it's like, you know why it's weird? I could say Gates, right?
Yeah.
Then he done whack though.
Why-
He got a lot
why?
of money, but he ain't fly.
You don't want to be
Oh,
Bill
that
Gates.
is true.
Gates is whack.
He's
Like,
not
no,
cool. He's not
boring.
cool.
No,
No.
look
You
at his
might not
sweaters. What are you talking about?
Huh?
Look at his sweaters.
They cool. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it could be money, so it's weird. It's
Right.
weird.
Also, curing malaria is very dope.
That is true.
Yeah.
He may have created malaria.
Yo, whoa.
Word.
Yo.
We are trying to get this podcast funded.
I'm sorry. I'm just fucking with you, Bill Gates. But it's love.
Jeff, you're afraid of big malaria?
Yeah, big malaria, the big malaria industry.
Let me see. I got it.
Who's that?
For me,
Yeah.
he ain't fly or none of that.
Jeff Rosenthal.
Nah, he too old. Like he too.
No, he did Jeff Rosenthal. Yeah, yeah.
I thought you meant
he's
to do
too
that. Be
old, I was
roasting
gonna
people.
say.
Oh, Jeff Ross?
You know, I was gonna go with Coach Pop.
Wow.
I was gonna go with Coach Pop. I
That's
think
a good one.
Pop.
San Antonio Spurs. Coach
Yeah.
Pop.
Popovich.
If you could beat Word, that's
Nah, but
hard.
just-
See, that's what I'm saying. It's tricky and shit.
You know what? That's political principle, so I got to pull that back.
He's a good man, though.
No, he's a good
He's
man.
a great man. He's a great white man.
Yeah, great
Yes.
white man.
If I was gonna be a white man,
Yeah.
Coach Pop.
Coach Pop.
I'm trying to think.
Yo.
I'm trying to think. He's too old though.
Nigga didn't say Clinton, nobody said
Nah.
Coach Pop.
I like Coach Pop. He keep it real for the black
what's
brothers.
up.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to take
bro,
myself
that shit back.
out of the equation of thinking about black people. If I was,
Yo.
you know what I mean? I'm thinking from a black man's standpoint.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I try to think if I was just gonna go all
He didn't say
white.
Tom
yeah.
Cruise. He didn't say none of it. He said Coach Pop.
Coach Pop is cool. He
Y'all
cool
like
as
4
fuck.
more years left. Yo.
That's what I'm taking it back.
my
I said,
shit is back,
I like his
man.
principle. Hold on, I'm trying to think.
Woo.
I'm gonna find somebody here.
Coach Pop.
Let me be Matthew Mahoney on one of them.
Matthew McConaughey. He's dope. He's dope. He's like an outdoorsy kind of guy. Mad paper, mad chicks. Love his wife.
Who's his wife?
He got like a
Mrs. McConaughey, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah. I gotta think. I don't know. I gotta think.
All right.
All right. So on the flip side,
Yep.
you could be one black dude.
No.
Who
You're
the
not
fuck
making this
would
a
you
Lil
wanna be?
Dicky song. We're not doing that. No. He's dead too.
Yeah. It gotta be somebody alive.
Gotta be
All right, so
somebody
we ain't
alive.
gonna flip it on y'all.
Yo, speaking of flipping, what do you guys think of the
Nah,
morals?
one of them got to answer this. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
What black
We're not
dude would
turning
you,
this into Lil
what
Dicky.
black dude would you wanna be?
What? I would answer this way.
Alive.
Lewis, Gary Coleman.
Aren't they both dead? Dead?
Yo.
Emmanuel Lewis is alive?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I seen him.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Right.
First of all,
Wait.
you need a microphone.
Yeah, I know. Hold on.
That's Webster.
You went and saw
I had
him?
we had a show somewhere.
I think you showed me a picture too.
I had a show in Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a lock show in Toronto. It was a day off or something,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
And some guys, some rich dudes that own a reservation,
Yeah, that's what it was.
they gave me some money just to come check out their spot. So I went up there. They had illest cars in the world. They had every car you could think of. They had a studio, a state-of-the-art studio. They had a radio station. They also had classrooms where they teach kids how to work the film equipment, work the studio equipment. It was dope.
That's awesome.
And they had a Gary Coleman.
Then,
I mean,
nah. So I get there, it's the two guys. I meet the head guys. I meet their kids. I meet the guys and I meet the kids. They like, yo, don't laugh when Manny comes by. The whole time, I'm just like, whatever. Like, it's Manny. You know what I'm saying? So we chilling. I'm there for like 15, 20 minutes.
Don't laugh with
The
me.
white G-Wagon.
Ooh, man.
This is why you never gonna see him. He wherever he's with.
He's
Yeah,
good.
he with the Papadopoulos times 10 right now.
Shit.
Yo.
See, you never know, right?
Pulled up a white G-Wagon. Manny. Kiss, what's up, man? This guy. He from Brooklyn. He like, I'm from LG, Lafayette Gardens, you know.
What?
I used to be out there in the park jams. I love like that real hip hop, man. He was just going on. It was amazing to me.
Wow.
But he up there in Toronto in the cut.
How'd you play it? You play it cool?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? Then when I seen, after conversing with him, seeing how cool he was, turned out to be cool. Then one of them had to leave, had to get on the jet, go to Vegas. They own Wow Cigarettes. They want to do a big festival where they're trying to put it together.
On their land?
On their land where you can sell sell whatever you want. It's crazy.
That is crazy. We just want to take 1 second to interrupt this episode of Two Jews and Two Black Dudes Review Trading Places to tell you that if you go to itsthereal.com/shop, you can find our It's The Real aka t-shirts on sale right now. You walk around the city and you see a lot of people advertising for things that they really fuck with, whether it's the Joe Budden podcast, the Joe Budden tour, Bodega Boys podcast. If you really fuck with It's The Real, put that shit on your back. Buy an It's The Real aka t-shirt and show people that you're really fucking with Eric aka whatever and Jeff aka whatever, and you get a handwritten note that says your name aka whatever. They're designed super well.
Yeah, people have been saying that they're the best merch out there right now.
They feel great.
Yeah, very comfortable.
And they're funny as fuck. So go to itsthereal.com right now. Get your It's The Real t-shirts today. And now, back to Two Jews and Two Black Dudes Review Trading Places.
You ain't pick the black dude, man.
No, guys.
All right, so another time then.
Black dude, I know.
I mean, the obvious. I would say. Michael Jordan? Have you seen his jeans? What? No. No. I would not say Kanye. I think the easy choice is J.
Cole.
J. Cole. I think the easiest choice is J. Cole. Who would I say? No one is happier than Designer.
You want the Designer?
He's dumb happy. I love his energy. Designer energy is great.
Yo, what did you guys think when
man.
Coleman flipped?
You could see Coleman was flipped. He was the butler.
Yeah.
He was tired of that shit.
Yeah.
Coleman made a bag.
Yo, but that was depressing though when like he opened that door and he knew he had to lie right to
when
Winthorpe's
and
face.
he had to close it on him.
Yeah.
Coleman, he worked for the dudes though, man.
Yeah. That's
You
tough.
work for the Mortimers, you got to do what the Mortimers say, man.
If you worked for the Mortimers, would you rock with them?
No way. I would have did the same thing on Winthorpe and Billy Ray Valentine did to him.
Jadakiss said that. I say his full name, Jadakiss.
Yeah.
Jada said that.
Capricorn.
Yeah. Jada said that Billy Ray Valentine kept it like real, like G. I don't think he did. I think that like when he kicked all of his friends out, and he was
Man,
like,
motherfuckers had to go. You can't be serious. Yeah, fuck that. The Persian. They had to go. Yeah.
he was talking about
I'll
like
tell you
put
why he kept
posters
it
out.
G.
Yeah.
Cause other than like Winthorpe being all fucking bougie and smushy, soon as Billy Ray realized, cause he thought he was on Candid Camera or one of them on Punk or something first. When he realized they gave him the bread,
Yeah.
he went back to the hood. He paid the old debt for the bartender that told him what you know.
Got
You
some
should be
nerve
around
showing
here.
your face around
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
paid his
$27.
bread, bought champagne, saw his two mans that he was in the bullpen with. Go check the
Yeah,
limo
Barry
out.
White, right?
Then he
Back to
bought
his
the,
crib.
Yeah.
then he bought the whole crib. Then he bought the whole bar, open
yeah.
bar on him. If that ain't keeping it hood.
No,
what
but then
is?
he kicked everyone the
Yeah,
fuck
he
out of his
kicked them out.
place.
They was fucking up
He
his
took
shit.
them back to somewhere they never been in their life. They putting out cigarettes. They disrespected the land. You gotta go.
Hell
That's
yeah.
even to this day.
In the hood.
That was a
Fuck
wild
that.
party,
A couple
though.
drinks.
That
in
was
my
a wild
crib.
party.
That was a wild party.
People were smoking cools.
Putting the cigarettes out and stepping on them like they was outside.
They weren't using
Fuck outta here,
coasters.
man.
What's the worst thing someone could do when they come into your crib?
Smoke cigarettes.
Same.
Worst thing you can do in my house: bring 30 people with you.
You're not coming in.
Yo,
Yeah, you ain't even
by the
getting
way,
in.
worst thing Jeff did one time was we went to Max B's apartment before he got locked up.
Oh,
right?
right, yeah. And I didn't take my shoes off.
Not great.
yeah.
But like, let me just say, there was no furniture in this place, and I got yelled at. Like, there was
you know,
an ottoman.
You know why we do that, right?
No.
Because like you bringing all that negative bullshit, like the
Tracking the dirt.
yeah. That besides the dirt, it's like you bringing that outside in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it.
wait,
bringing
do you-
all that negative shit with you in. That's why you take your shoes off.
See,
at the
that's a
door.
bar.
Yeah. Wait, do you believe in
Ghosts.
No. Do you believe in the separate pants thing? You can't like bring your like subway pants and sit on someone's couch.
Hell fucking no.
No, they do. Us black people, it'd be the bed. You ain't supposed to sit on
Not
somebody's bed.
on the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
about the couch, but
You don't
y'all
even
do
sit on the
couches.
couch as a black as a black
can't-
kid.
wait,
As a kid,
if you
you
come
don't
to
even
my
sit-
house?
You don't. I mean, I ain't sit on my own couch for years as a black kid.
Did you have like plastic on the couch?
Nah, that's just cool to me.
When you was a
Shit.
when you a kid, living room off bounds, man.
Niggas got all that plastic on that shit.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
but I'm
sit
saying
on
like, yo,
yeah.
I know. Nah,
Nah,
that's
my
some new
shit, yeah.
I never even knew that. I knew the bed. You ain't supposed
Nah,
to sit
the
on
bed.
nobody's.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do that with the couch neither. That's
Wow.
who got jeans for the couch. That mean you need spare jeans for people to wear.
Well,
Right.
anyway, so at Max B's place.
Yeah, I got yelled at for that, and also for I opened the door without looking through the peephole,
Not
which
great.
is like an actual thing that
Yeah.
that would
For
have.
somebody else,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you opened the door, his door, for somebody else without looking through the. Wait, say it again.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You make sure you look at the camera before you come in here. Before you go to the door and open it for somebody. That Jam Master J, you did that at his crib.
Yo.
Yeah.
Dumb company.
Yeah,
You thought it was your aunt or
thought
somebody
it was your
coming
aunt.
over?
It's not aunt. It's aunt.
Your aunt?
yeah. It was
There you
just
go.
me and all my friends at Max B's place.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you was expecting people.
No.
It was. But I mean, like it was.
Well, actually, I think they were expecting.
They were
like,
expecting
Ron
people.
Artest,
Yeah.
but otherwise, you
Yeah.
know, like so Jeff was just opening the door for anybody.
Yo,
anybody
what kind
to
of
come
yelling
in.
he was doing? What he
No,
said?
They were just like, "What are you, stupid?" And I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yo, Sheek, Sheek, do you remember the best cameo in Trading Places?
Best cameo? I mean, Belushi, if you ask me.
Jim Belushi.
Yeah.
Nope, better than that.
All right. Hold on. Let me think
Yep,
of one.
yep.
Hold on.
Oh, I know. Or at least
that?
mine.
Who's that, Jeff?
Al Franken.
Not Al Franken, who was in there too.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit from Breaking Bad. Whatchamacallit from Breaking Bad in jail. Who ran the chicken spots? The drug dealer.
He was in this?
Yeah, he was. He was the cop from Usual Suspect.
Giancarlo.
The cop from Usual Suspect. The chicken dude in fucking Breaking Bad.
What's his name? Giancarlo.
Yeah.
Esposito.
He was in there. He was in the
He
jail.
was in it? Really?
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of him. Someone better.
I
That
really,
Sheek
really
said
am
during
so
the movie.
happy that this podcast is just going to be, who is that guy?
Damn.
People
I
must be.
forgot his name. You know what I'm talking about, right? The Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Black dude. He was on Breaking Bad. He
Yo,
was the cop
people
in
must be
Usual
so
Suspect.
frustrated listening to this. They're just
I
like,
brought him
use
up.
IMDb.
You brought him up. Best cameo in this movie.
The gorilla?
Nope. In the pawn shop.
Oh, K Slay was in that shit. Yo, K Slay, Street Sweeper. Yo, kid, that kid publishing, man. The twin was in that Slay. Holy shit, the pawn dude that sold him the gun, my nigga. Oh, hell yeah.
I'm not going to touch that watch. That's hot.
Yeah, that shit burning my fingers.
Look exactly like K Slay.
Hilarious, B.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever played Santa Claus for your kids?
No suit.
Nah.
Came
I ain't
with
do
a lot
that
of
yet.
gifts.
Yeah.
No suit though.
Yeah, I never put one on yet to do that.
The whole thing where like overnight they go to sleep and you set everything up. And
Nah, it just came with mad gifts.
That's-
Santa Claus.
it's,
Enough. No, none of that shit. No cookies, no milk, no overnight.
you don't pretend. Yeah.
I bought this.
Yeah.
Mad gifts.
Yeah.
Whole list. Yeah.
That's the era we came up though. It was like
And
to
do all
tell
that
them
shit,
something to
man.
put the other shit on was like weird with us
Yeah,
as
like,
we got,
Santa got it
back
for
then you could get away with it, not
Fucking
now.
shit, you know? Well, I did have a chimney at that time, but
If
So-
Santa knocks, I open the door.
What was the best costume in this movie?
Ooh.
Silverback gorilla, come on.
When Winthrop pulled up on his people
Yup.
and asked him for a loan, he had the nastiest
Yeah,
fur.
that
He
shit
had
was
every-
hard.
his whole get up was nasty. He had the Jamaican
jacket.
tank top. He had the falk fur.
Yeah.
Yo.
He had the plaid blazer.
Yeah.
He looked
Okay.
like he
He
just
had-
walked in like the Louis Vuitton show they did in
he was hurt.
Yo,
He was doing bad.
in Paris.
Crazy.
gotta love that fucking movie, man. These young boys might watch it right now like, what the fuck is this they got us watching?
No, but they'll recognize those Pumas that you got on your feet though.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
that
no
was,
Puma first
when
scene.
he was acting like he couldn't walk and shit.
Oh yeah, them on
Yeah.
Shouts to Puma for throwing the locks the bag.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
No, they threw us the kicks. Puma, we can't wait to get the bag. Love is love.
If Winthorpe's original girl is the original thought,
Facts.
what do we think of Jamie Lee Curtis, the hooker with the heart of gold?
She was a bottle
Just said it.
service
She
chick.
was a hooker with a heart of gold.
Mm.
She was dope.
She's a keeper.
She's a keeper.
Stand-up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was stand-up.
We don't-
See, the other
You know
bitch
what
was
it
hiding
is?
her shit.
Yeah.
She was real with it. Word.
The other one was a rich whore.
Yeah.
Word.
Jamie Lee Curtis was a poor whore.
She knew what it was.
Big difference.
She was dope in that.
Jamie Lee Curtis was on her back for petty change with a.
Stagging that money. She
No,
said she
but
saved
yeah, $42,000.
Yeah.
The other one was
Yo,
just like.
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, she put that
Actually,
work
wait,
in.
I'm gonna look this up. How much was $42,000 in 1983?
All right.
And T-bills. He was
Yeah.
gaining interest.
42,000 in 1983.
$106,000.
Oh,
That's good money.
she had some paper back then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, rank people who were the richest to the poorest in this movie. Richest were the Dukes,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Although at the end they were the poorest
Yeah. But then I would say Dan Akroyd and
because he had 150,000 in the bank, right?
how much is that?
They was anybody that was working with them was the people with the bread. Everybody in that fucking bar that he partied at and in the jail with him,
Yep.
sitting on the left was going, yeah, I told you he's a karate man. They was the fucked up niggas. Them niggas is fucked up. Everybody in that house party was fucked up.
But Coleman's somewhere in the middle too because he's got.
No, he had bread. No,
Yeah,
he,
he
had
got
paper.
wealth
He
at the
had
end,
that startup
too.
money. He gave them that shit.
When did it become cool to drive your own car and not be driven?
Mm.
When they made sports cars.
Mm.
You don't want to be driven around in a sports car.
No.
You and the nigga right next to you. That's
That'd
can't
be
even
very
get in the
weird.
back.
I would assume when they made exotic sports cars.
What's the dumbest thing you guys have spent money on?
My list is so long. My list is too long to even begin. I spend money on dumb shit all the time. I don't know. Anything that you don't really need, that you just want, and you
When
kind
you're
of
young,
buy.
probably the dumbest. Nah, yeah.
Like, you know, like I went in I went in the store the other day and just spent $600 by mistake or $500 because I just went in it was a t-shirt store. It was Marvel shit. It was too much.
Oh, I saw this on Twitter. Yeah.
And I just went like
I don't think nothing new with me. Back then, probably like buying a bitch something that you think she want or whatever. Like, yo, wasn't even your bitch, and you doing dumb shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? As a youngin, as a youngin and shit. That's probably the dumb shit back then. Everybody had to do that shit. Yo, wasn't even your bitch, man.
Dumbest thing you bought?
Netflix for this series.
Jada, what's the dumbest thing you
try to
bought?
fuck up the plug. All this don't fuck up the plug.
Yeah.
You fuck up
We
the
over
main
now.
plug.
Jada,
Something from Supreme.
the pinball machine?
Yeah.
That's how you know I'm OG. All my shit is old school. They say new current shit.
Not the pinball machine. I wish I would have got that. I would've
Really?
sold that shit for 50,000.
Yo, how come no one has done a mixtape called Trading Places?
I got songs. We
don't
got
know
songs
that.
called Trading Places.
You have a song?
Yeah.
What'd you say? We don't know that?
Usher and them.
I'm pretty sure somebody named it.
You think
I got a
someone's done that?
freestyle. I got a.
They may just not be known.
Lil Dicky and them just did that. Is this different? This
No,
ain't
that's
named
no.
that. This ain't named that.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday. Same kind of concept.
Close to
Switching lives.
it. Close to it.
Is it cool to fuck over people as long as they're bad?
If you feel like it. If
If
your
you-
heart tells you to.
If you're
Nah, I don't. Nah. If they're bad,
If you don't mind karma,
I mean, if somebody's fucking you over, yeah. If somebody's just bad at it and they not fucking you over, that's not for you to fuck them over. That's for somebody else.
Because that's what happens in this movie, right? Like, we can all agree that, like, you're doing something wrong
Right.
to people who have done wrong.
Right.
So do two wrongs, in fact, make a right.
Sometimes. Sometimes, man.
I think that all depends on the situation.
Yeah.
I must say.
I think if it's funny, then yes.
If it's funny.
Yeah. Because like otherwise,
This is a comedy.
this is a comedy. I don't think that it works otherwise.
Yo, it be real stories though, man. You say like how he was on the verge of like going crazy. Yo, it's people like, yo, if you ever take your, this is probably on some other shit, but like, yo, man, it's like, say you go down and talk to a lot of these homeless motherfuckers. They was probably, a lot of them was probably had paper at one time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they fucked
Few of
up
them,
and went,
definitely.
like a lot, right? A lot of fucking
Definitely.
money and families and
Mortimer and Randolph in...
Coming
Coming to
America.
Right?
Yeah.
That's some ill shit. That way these motherfuckers
It could go either
lost
way.
it all.
Yeah.
Everybody got that support system to help you stay afloat. Not even money wise. I'm talking about like mentally.
Because money isn't
Losing
everything.
it. Yeah, money in his. He was losing it mentally. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers
So-
ain't ready to deal with certain shit when it ain't going as how it used to be. Word, B. It's
Yo,
real shit.
I don't know anything about Wall Street. I don't know how Billy Ray Valentine would do so well on Wall Street, other than just using street smarts. But like, do you guys know anything that would like make you good at your job if you were immediately put in that position?
As a broker,
Yeah.
oh, man.
Well, I think our job teaches us to find who the other smart people are. So I think we will be all right because we will be able to
Adapt,
see,
huh?
adapt to our situation, find out who's smart, who's surviving. I think through hip hop and anything, anywhere, any person who's had a career in anything and able to break off and do other things, if you put them in a certain situation, not to say they'll all automatically bloom, but and automatically succeed, but sooner or later they'll learn to adapt to the environment just from being a natural hustler and being able to read and see other certain things that, because street smarts do count for a lot, which when you see Billy Ray, they panicking, man. I'm telling you, they can't buy Christmas. And like, you know what I mean? I think we would be able to come from that kind of aspect where certain things were like, nah, around this time, this when people buy this when poor people buy this when rich people buy this. And so I think we would be able to adapt, to say the least. I'm not saying we would be bloomingly flourishing, but we definitely would adapt.
Before rap became your career, was there ever a job you had where you had a boss who talked down to you like Randall and Mortimer talked down to Billy Ray?
They didn't really play that shit with me too much. I swear to God, like I wasn't even know it was this size. I was a little skinny nigga, but they didn't really play that shit with me too much. I did, but I had all them fucking jobs. Niggas yelling at me at Burger King, niggas yelling at me at Staples, Walmart. Everybody was yelling at me and shit.
Well, because you were stealing stuff from Staples.
Niggas all yelling at me and shit. Like, yo, I was in the stock room and shit. I remember I cut a nigga's laces, the other stock boy laces from here to here and shit.
Damn.
I was cutting that nigga laces off his shoes and shit. He did it to me one time.
You did a bad thing to a person who did a bad
In the
thing.
stock room.
and it was funny.
But nothing racist.
Right.
Nothing racist. They may tell me, yo, spill on aisle. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, whatever.
yeah.
That shit was racist enough. Telling me go get that shit up, but that was what I signed up for and shit. Word.
What was that shit on Central?
Odd job.
Nah.
Oh.
I was like the boss in there. I couldn't handle that shit.
Stealing everything.
I know, you
I
got
think,
boss.
no, what's the
Yeah.
shit? I don't think you had a kiss. What's the shit where we got a job for a day on Central? I think it's Kohl's now.
Nobody beats the Wiz.
What's it, Alexander's?
That big department store next to Burger King?
It was.
Department store next to Burger King.
Remember where Sizzler's was? Where Sizzler's
Friendlies.
was? It was right next to before
it
where
was-
Nathan's, right behind Nathan's. I mean, right at. Was it? It used to be Alexander's. I know that.
I used to work right.
And that
two
big
things
department
down
store
from Burger King.
I
Yeah,
remember
he
y'all got
worked
that.
there too.
Hell yeah.
It was Bradley's. Some
Bradley's,
shit like
that
that.
shit. Shit like that,
Bradley's.
one
It
of
was
them
a Bradley's.
Was that like a
Wasn't
department
Bradley's.
store?
Yep.
It was like a huge.
Bradley's. No, Bradley's. That was it.
I think it
right
was
next
it.
door to Burger King.
I think Bradley's.
Sound like it, or it was like a.
Something like that.
I think Bradley's. We made it a day, maybe two. The red smock. You got to stand here. You got to do this. Quit. Fuck out of here.
Quit.
I fucking quit.
Yeah.
Right. You
That's
can't
that big
leave. I
department
quit.
store shit.
Right
Oh,
in the middle of
shit.
my shift. I quit.
Quit.
I quit. It was my second day. I went through the training and all that.
How old are you?
Probably 16. So shit, I quit. Fuck this. Through the smock.
I remember y'all got that shit too,
The
yo.
red smock off. Took that off. You had the red shit too. Get this shit. Quit.
Damn.
Fuck this shit.
Is this the best Eddie Murphy movie?
Hell no. He did amazing shit after that. As far as funny,
Yeah.
and all that. Come on, man. You talking about that's fucking.
What else?
Well, I mean,
That's
like
48 hours. That's come on. That's
Wait,
That's
you
coming
put-
to America.
You
That's
put
the
48
clumps.
hours over. Wait, hold on.
Eddie Murphy. That's
No, I know. Like, wait. So you would put. I was gonna say you put 48 hours
part
over.
one.
Hell yeah.
Over
Funny
Coming to
wise,
America?
different movies, but like you say, is that the best Eddie Murphy movie?
I think it's the Coming to America is his best movie.
I would agree with that.
I don't know.
But then you said the clumps,
I said
and
the
now
clumps because remember,
everything that you're
besides
saying
Richard
is
Pryor,
crazy.
besides Richard Pryor, right? Richard Pryor showed what was it? In a way, which way? One of the movies where he played mad people.
Yeah, that was
I
the
forgot.
clumps, and also Nutty Professor, the original one.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like when he did that shit, I was like, oh shit, it was hilarious with the mom, the pop, and this.
Yeah.
and that.
But you're saying because he has range in doing
Range,
that,
yeah, that was some crazy.
that
shit.
makes it better than Coming to America?
No, you
I
said-
can't
you just
remember
said-
the last
you didn't-
time I watched-
You said Trading Places. You
Coming
said,
to America is
Yeah.
number one.
I thought you said, is it better than Trading Places?
I
No,
don't
well,
have Coming to
I'm
America
just
as the
asking.
best
Like,
movie.
I'm
You
just
don't.
putting a question out there.
What would you say?
I'm not really sure, but I want to just say Coming to America, nor Trading Places.
Oh,
Because
you're
it's
a-
all kind of different. He showed different
Hell
range
yeah.
with everyone. Like
Are you a Pluto
when he
Nash
did-
man?
When he did,
Nah, not me.
When he did 48 hours,
Clumps was outstanding.
Clumps was super dope to me.
Hell
too,
yeah,
definitely.
hell yeah.
But when he did 48 hours, it was a serious movie.
Right?
It was
Word.
murder involved.
Yeah, yeah.
He was a real actor, but he still had a comedic twist to it. Like you
There
know what
was
I'm saying?
identity theft in this movie.
This is true.
Serious stuff, guys. Serious stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just saying. As far as
Okay,
his
so who you talking about? Who you talking about? Okay.
Have you guys ever stolen someone's identity? I have.
Nah,
I tried to be Peter Rosenberg going into a club, and it worked.
yo. I thought you was gonna say Adam Sandler.
No, Eric gets Adam Sandler. I think.
do,
I
yeah.
get basically like any Jew. I get no. You know who I get? I get Jeff Goldblum a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like that dude is like 40 years older
Hell
than me.
yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's like rude.
Junior, though.
Yeah, I'm Jeff Goldblum Jr. Yeah,
Junior.
that's my dad.
Who do you guys get mistaken for?
I get called Kissing Sheek a lot.
Do you?
Yo, Sheek, what up? Yo, Kiss, what up? What up?
Well, people think that we're twins.
They do.
Yeah.
You have a twin.
Not
I don't.
you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, let's get to what we rate this. For anybody new, we rate this out of 10 Richie thumbs on the Richie thumb scale.
Yeah.
Sheik, out of 10, how many Richie thumbs do you give Trading Places?
I'm giving this 10 Richie thumbs.
10 Richie thumbs out of 10 Richie thumbs.
Of course, I'm talking about comedic timing. I'm talking about looking at the camera when that shit wasn't done back then. I'm talking about the little drama to it, the twist to it at the end.
Oh, you like the twist at the end because it's a silverback gorilla.
All that shit. The silverback gorilla, him in the cage, to the fuck everything. 10 Richie Thumbs.
Jada, how many Richie Thumbs out of 10 do you give Trading Places?
8 Richie Thumbs.
8 out of 10.
Just because there's so many more came after that, you know what I mean, is arguably debatable, but for that time, I think it was a no-brainer film for everybody. You know what I mean? You came to school, everybody saw it, you could talk about it walking to school, you could talk about it at lunchtime. It made you want to go home and watch it again, because if somebody told you a part you happened to miss, you know what I mean, it was just, everything was great. Jamie Lee
stood
and
the test of time. Big
yeah.
man.
Definitely. To
Yo,
watch
you
it
see that
today.
shit right now, like, yo, you know when you trying to find something on TV before you go to bed, something that you want to leave on.
Mm-hmm.
You see that shit on, you gonna leave that shit on.
You can put the remote.
Go and put the remote down.
Right
and
now.
Chill.
Yeah.
Yo, hey man, do that shit. Like,
Yeah.
yo, you trying to find shit for dumb long, do you leave it on that?
Something you satisfied.
Yeah, you
with.
satisfied with it.
Yeah.
Just go to sleep on that bitch.
Never leave it on MASH.
Hell yeah! As soon as you see the helicopter, night, nigga. Word.
Yeah.
That MASH and Barney Miller.
Barney Miller, yeah.
At my grandmother's house on Riverdale and shit. When that shit come on, I knew I had to go to sleep. And hold my pee. Don't even get up and try to go to the bathroom. She gets young.
Styles.
10.
10.
Richie Thumbs easy. Because it's you could watch that over and over and over. And I think the casting factor was incredible.
Amazing.
I think whoever cast that was really, talented.
Do you think there were any gutsy choices in casting?
Very much so. I mean, because at that time, like, if you really think of 1983 too, you can't really. I don't think you could backtrack Dan Akroyd with too many black actors that's as black as Eddie Murphy. You know what I mean? And vice versa with Eddie Murphy. I don't think you could find him with a white comedian as funny as Dan Akroyd. That's white. That's two totally different. As far as in comedy worlds, that's two totally different fields. So for them to be able to go together, that was kind of like how Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder was. I think it was something you couldn't see coming, but it was kind of a natural beauty and between the two and good chemistry. And I think it was really cast dope. And I think the storyline was just dope and how Richard looked. Even if you really look right now and you go back and look, they was living so fly and so
lavish.
So rich and lavish and just. From the detail of their homes to the offices to the suits to the vacations to
the race.
I think the whole I think it was just shot very inspirational. It shot in Philly, looked pretty dope. I think some of it had to be in Manhattan, definitely shot also, but I give it 10 Richie Thumbs easy.
Yeah,
Jeff.
the Twin Towers part was in Manhattan.
This is true.
Yeah.
Jeff, how many Richie Thumbs?
I would say 9. Only because Coming to America is in fact the superior movie, at least on the Richie Thumbs scale, and also because I'm just up for a fight.
Coming to America is the exact opposite of that though.
Yeah, it's like a
it's like the rich guy playing Paul.
Hell yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
But we're
rich
talking
guy.
about Eddie Murphy and his range, you guys.
Well, he
Yeah,
got
but no,
way
I'm
more
just
range
saying.
than that if you want to keep going with his movies.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I'ma
Fucking,
give
that's
it-
Donkey, man.
Yeah,
That's
but I
Donkey
ain't
on
Brooklyn,
Shrek.
man.
Eddie Murphy is Donkey on
You wanna know what?
Shrek.
That's my
Nigga
favorite
say,
Eddie
"You cut
Murphy
me deep,
movie."
Shrek." That nigga was crazy as Donkey, man. I loved him as Donkey. Shit. Come on.
Word.
I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10 Richie Thumbs. But what I really want to know is, what would Richie Thumbs think of this movie?
Richie Thumb just gonna give it 1 Richie Thumb because his 1 thumb is equivalent to 10.
Got the dynasty thumb. It's like him doing this with his thumb.
It was the dukes. It was the dukes.
This is hard, man.
Do you guys have any good Amtrak stories?
Besides, nah, we was on it for different reasons, brother.
Yeah.
Moving around on the Amtrak and
Not a
shit
good
like
one.
that.
Not a good
Oh,
Amtrak story.
Actually, speaking of which, on an entirely different subject, can you guys tell Angel Dust from any other white powder?
Dust is that's dust. Yeah, yeah, it's different.
Dust comes in liquid form.
I'm not gonna be your reference to drugs.
I mean,
I'm not gonna be your
that's how you
reference
know
to
they
this.
were slipping back then.
This is angel dust. Do you have any idea what it does to kids?
Angel dust comes to lick when
Like,
you
yo.
put it on mint leaves and smoke it and go crazy.
Mm.
Might have you walking down Madison Ave naked, Jeff.
Hell yeah.
What are you guys doing after this?
Smoking angel dust.
Oh my god! All right, so upcoming movies that we gotta see. We gotta see something in the theater.
Yeah, we gotta see Superfly
We
still.
gotta see Honey.
Oh, we have to see Honey that you guys are in.
Pick one the next time is in-house.
Jada wants to pick one the next time that we're here.
Yeah,
Cool.
Wildcats.
What is Wildcats?
Goldie Hawn?
You never seen Wildcats?
You ain't seen Wildcats? Y'all fake white, man. Y'all fake Jewish. I'm
Yo,
disappointed. in
Goldie
y'all.
Hawn, female football coach.
Yeah, y'all ain't seen Wildcats.
Huge cameos.
Let out the
Woody
kids,
Harrelson,
Frank. Let out the
Wesley
kids, you
Snipes,
worm.
All type of actors that
Wildcats?
blossomed the big A-list.
I've never seen Wildcats. I've seen Ladybugs.
Yo,
Ladybugs too.
Wildcats, whenever it's my turn to pick the next after the theater and we
That's my
come
shit,
back
Goldie
in
Hawn.
here.
Y'all don't watch Goldie Hawn?
No, we're Aaron Russo boys.
Goldie Hawn did go to high school with her mom, though. There's that.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all fake Jewish. You didn't watch Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
What the fuck is y'all doing, man? This is bullshit, man.
Yo, I just saw this crazy documentary called Finders Keepers.
Oh no! Here we go.
Yeah.
Talk about it, man.
Where a guy goes, this is a true story, it's a documentary. A guy goes to an auction down in North Carolina and buys whatever is behind the wall at a storage facility.
Mm-hmm.
And in that storage facility, there's a grill, and he pulls out the grill, and he opens it, and there's a bag there. And in the bag is a human foot. And he's like, I'm going to keep this. And
Keep
some
the foot.
guy, and so he goes on TV and he says, hey, like, you know, I just found this human foot in this grill that I bought. And some guy watching goes, that's my foot, and I want it. And so they have a 10-year feud
What do you mean
over
that's
whose
his
foot.
foot? Like it's a
Yeah.
His real foot. He lost his foot.
Yeah.
How you know?
It wasn't.
And he left it in
He
the
left
grill.
it in the grill.
Yeah, he probably the only dude who else left the foot in the grill. In the storage unit.
I left
was
a
fake?
No,
It
it's
was
a real foot.
Real
He
foot.
he lost his foot, and he mummified it.
Oh, is this the
Oh.
movie? Is this the movie that we're gonna watch with the guys?
We should. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
No fucking way, Jeff. No fucking way, Jeff.
Why is it triggering for you?
What's the results of this shit?
That
Jeff?
shit
Who wins
got
the foot?
one funny
I'm
part.
not- I'm not revealing
The
it.
original.
But-
How many Richie Toes?
Yeah.
Jeff,
It's,
nobody's gonna watch this one.
everybody's gonna watch this movie. It's so good.
What's the name of it?
It's called Finders Keepers.
It's a documentary.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
How
gonna
many
have.
minutes.
Like 100.
Oh, we
Okay,
gotta
watch
watch
this.
it. We gotta watch it here.
It's
Fuck.
it's
We gotta
really
watch
good.
it
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I didn't lose a foot in the grill, but I lost a foot in the grill. Am I right? You know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
That one was garbage. That one was garbage, Jeff.
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
It's the Sandman.
Boom, boom, boom.
Well, until next time, guys. I guess are we 2 Jews and 3 black dudes review the movies
For now.
for now? All right.
Yeah. If Jade is here, then yeah.
All
And
right.
And then when Bun B is here.
gas and all kind of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
we're
Guests
gonna-
are already signing
Dear
up.
movie people, review people. If we've insulted you in any fashion or form, we are sincerely and truly sorry. We mean no harm from
Well-
2 Jews and 2 black dudes.
That's where I come in at.
she
I
consulted.
could give a flying fuck.
She consulted the entire black race.
Yeah. No. I never did that. I just did like the movie. That's it.
Well, I'm going on Jeff's route. We're trying to get the what are we trying to get here, Jeff?
Trying to get the bag.
With the
Hopefully
foot in
there's
it?
no
With the
foot
foot
in it.
in it?
Yeah.
We're trying to get the bag. We're trying to get the stocks, the investment check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
You know what I mean? If we're offensive to anyone,
Then
just
fuck
really
it.
Don't like your movie. and
Yeah.
fuck it. But if you have a good movie, we will give it a true and honest review.
There you go.
And you might end up liking us.
Yep.
Just fuck with us, man. 2 Jews, 2 black dudes. Love.
Thanks everyone for listening to this new episode of 2 Jews and 2 Black Dudes review the movies underneath the great umbrella that is A Waste of Time with It's the Real. Jeff, you and I, Eric and Jeff,
Boring names.
together are It's the Real, which is a great name. This podcast is called 2 Jews and 2 Black Dudes review the movies. We have another podcast called A Waste of Time with It's the Real. We have a whole operation, a whole circus tent of things going on. Jeff, if people want to find out more about all of that stuff, where can they go?
You can go to ItsTheReal.com, ItsTheReal.com. No apostrophes, no spaces, never any apostrophes or spaces. You can also go and find our podcast, all the old episodes, all the new ones, go to soundcloud.com/awasteoftime, or you can go to iTunes, search for A Waste of Time with It's The Real. A lot of people like to listen to it on Spotify. It's there as well, and I'm sure it's on other streaming services. I'm just not going to name them right now.
Go.
You can also listen to our music on all streaming services, and if you want to go find us on social media, at It's The Real on Twitter, at It's The Real on Instagram. We are on Snapchat, but haven't used it in a very long time. I actually opened it not too long ago and found that none of my friends use Snapchat.
Well,
but we are definitely on Instagram heavy. We are on Twitter heavy. Go find us there at It's The Real. Also, a lot of people who listen to this podcast and like to add us on Twitter don't follow us. A lot of people who listen to this podcast don't follow us. A lot of people who listen to this podcast don't follow us. So just go follow us.
you should follow us on Twitter. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeff, we like to shout out all of our friends, families, fanatics, and fans out there who are doing the Lord's work, who are spreading the word
Our missionaries.
about this little podcast that could A Waste of Time with It's The Real. So, Jeff, each week we like to give a little bit of ourselves and say thank you. So who would you like to shout?
I want to shout out our friend, Maul, from the Joe Budden podcast.
Hey, shout out to Maul.
Was watching Trading Places on his
I
Instagram.
saw that yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday, and I was like, well, that's kismet. So I want to shout out Maul from the Joe Budden podcast, but also from the Harlem Boys Choir. Go listen to that episode with Maul on our podcast. It's one of the best.
It is a great episode, and if you Google It's The Real, it is like the number 3 search term I think that comes up. It's like It's The Real podcast, It's The Real podcast Maul, and then like It's The Real Teddy Bear Fresh, It's The Real like 85 or something like that, which I don't know what the 85 is,
but we'll take it.
We'd like to get 1985 up here, but whatever.
Yeah.
Jeff, I would like to shout out one of our great fans, followers, fanatics, everything out there. He is constantly bigging us up. He's leaving comments. He is promoting our music. He is doing great work out there on our behalf, and we so appreciate it. Our guy, Mr. Part 2.
Yes, Chicago Zone Cubs fan.
Mr. Part 2.
Mr. Part 2.
Thanks to everyone who's been rocking with us on our socials. We really, really, really appreciate it when you let us know how we're doing, and we hope you guys are doing well as well. As always, not for real, for real.
Sure.
See you guys next week.